Greetings, YouTube. So, today, spring break has started for me, which is nice, and wow, this video is quite like a vlog. Okay, yeah, sneak peek of what I was going to. So with this, I have something to show. I spent half an hour arranging all these books. Some were taken out because I want to try to read for 24 hours straight. I don't know how well that's gonna go. I have some books to check out from my library, my public library, to read as well. Because I want to read my English teacher, Miss Pace. She has a list of recommended books. My library has some, so I want to go get those. These are all the books I'm gonna be reading. I have read Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson 1, Percy Jackson 2. So I kind of dropped out of after 5th grade. I don't know why. Oh man, do you see that? These were in a box for like 2 months. Or actually, 2 months. Maybe even longer. Because we packed like, I don't know, a few weeks early. So, yeah. I'm just using all these books to flatten out. Because in the move, I got this in a set for my birthday. This box bent. So now, book 1 and 2 look like this. So I'm just flattening it out, and then I'm going to do the same for that one. Yeah. Some other plans I have is to finish Lord of the Rings, finally. Yeah, I want to finish Lord of the Rings by, well, I've read the entire book, but I have not finished the movies. I don't know why, but yeah. So, my edition of the book is, the thing is that Lord of the Rings was published in 3 volumes, which you know as Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. But it was written as a single book. So for all the people that go and say they read 3 books by reading Lord of the Rings, you are wrong. You have only read 1 book published in 3 volumes. I'll show you the table of contents. Also, if you're reading this, I wouldn't recommend the prologue unless you haven't read The Hobbit. But even then, the prologue isn't necessary. It's just literally telling you about it's just info dump. Let's see. Okay, see here? So, it is written in 3 volumes with 6 books each. Find the table of contents. Okay, here we go. So, there are 6 books, 3 volumes, and I don't know what you'd call the actual bound edition, but, okay, so, see here, the Fellowship of the Ring, okay, so, that is it. It has 2 books, and so does every other volume, okay, then you have the Two Towers, okay, is it in there? I don't know, but, so in this book are all 3 of those books, but this is how it was meant to be written, is in one big, massive book. So, sadly, I can't extend my reading list to 3 extra books, but, oh well. So, yeah. I actually got this for $1 at my library. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. yeah, so I got all my books from the box. We have a box in our spare room, but I got all my books from there. Then I rearranged them. So now these are all the books. I have read most of these. Books I have read are Percy Jackson 2, Percy Jackson 1, Lord of the Rings. I have read this Minecraft book. I have a Useless Facts book, which I got for Christmas. Not last Christmas, Christmas before that. I've read some of Alice in Wonderland. I've read the Phasma book. I want to get around to reading these. I'm going to read Fault in Our Stars next. I've read this book when I was little. I've read the first book of Wheel of Time, Eye of the World. I've read first 2 books of Narnia. I dropped out in the middle of book 3. I've read the abridged version of White Fang. I've read the sequel to One Maker's Apprentice. I read Wonder on a Train. I'm going to read Divergent sometime in the next few weeks. I've read all of Harry Potter. Do not read this. This is absolute garbage. My school has a book club, and we chose this for a book, and everyone hated it, save 2 people. Sadly, I read Reverie. Wasted, like, a week on this. Do not read this. It is absolute trash. This, however, is pretty good. Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Yeah. Actually, here in my bullet journal, I have here it is. I wanted to read at least 2 books a month, but I far surpassed that. So, let's see. This year, in 2020, I have read Catching Fire, Hunger Games, Eye of the World, Behemoth, Reverie, Shadow and Bone, Alexander Hamilton's biography. I'm actually in the last few pages of The Great Hunt, which is Wheel of Time number 2. I read Becoming by Michelle Obama. It's her autobiography. I'm going to read Mockingjay as well by the end of the year. I've read Salt of the Sea. And then, this month, yeah. I haven't logged for this one. Still. So my goal was 25 books by the end of the year. But I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books in 2 months. Granted, some of those were audiobooks. I like hold on a second. So that's nice. And, yeah, now we're on spring break. I plan to get a lot done. I don't know exactly what that is, but yeah. I think it's gonna be fun. We have a week off. Although it's not during Easter, which is quite sad, because normally we have our spring breaks during Easter. That happened last year, but it didn't happen this year. So that's kind of sad. My hair is also growing out. That's nice. I hated my haircut. I'm going to say that now, and I'll say it again at some point in the future. I hated my haircut. I hate getting haircuts. There's just no kid. It's a waste of time. Like, we're spending like 45 minutes driving back, getting the haircut, and waiting. Like, imagine what I could be doing in that 45 minutes. It's just sad. So yeah. Hopefully at some point I can get a real bookshelf. I plan to have it right there, in that spot. I'm gonna put those on top of it, and I had to move those out of the way because they were on here, but they were actually, hold on. That's much better. Yeah. I actually haven't shown anyone my desk setup. So I have all my stuff over there. Now in my drawer, there's where I keep all the markers for the whiteboard. Here is where I keep stuff like my staples. My scissors are meant to go in there. In there, I have a pointer stick. This actually holds thumbtacks. Let me show you. See that? Oh no, it fell in there. Okay. Those are paperweights I have. This is like miscellaneous stuff, like I have my whiteout, some dice. I have a army knife, phone screen cleaner. What else? Mustache stress squeeze thing, a decoder. I have a big bottle of whiteout right there, and this is a bunch of extra stuff. Sticky notes. Yeah. Okay, this is for, like, how I set my priorities. So, if it is important and urgent, I do it. Right now, no excuses, just do it. If it is important, but not urgent, I plan it for a future time when it will become urgent and important. If it is urgent, but not important, I'll delegate or try to have someone else do it. And if it is not urgent or not important, I drop it. These are where I will write reminders. This is so I can organize my Google Calendar. So everything in red is what I'll use that color on the side right there for school. So like, these are all my school stuff, and this is what color I'll use for that tab. This is for my volunteer work at the library. So like, if I have an advisory board meeting at the library, I'll color it red, or if it's something for orchestra, I'll color it red. This is where I keep sticky notes. These are for stuff that are not for an exact date, but just require a simple reminder. So sticky notes are for stuff that don't have a set date, but I need to be reminded of. Reminders are for stuff that do have a set date, but are not important enough to be on the calendar. And then these are just how I organize my sticky notes. Green sticky notes are for home, pink ones are for school, and yellows are for general reminders. This is where I like put up anything that I might need, or like, I don't know. But yeah, that was a nice update. I hope to have a video daily this week because, you know, spring break, I have 24 hours to myself for quite some time. So, yeah. Hopefully a video every day. Ooh, hold on. We have a pool. You can't really see it well. Hold on. Oh, let me grab some cookies. Oh, so good. See that? So hopefully if it warms up this week, we can finally go swimming. Something nice.
Almost forgot the cookie.
So yeah, vlog over.